Blips and Grips, the Cowboy, the Capacitor, and the Clumsy Robot prologue. In a world where cats can play the trombone and trees bear candy floss, two robot buddies, Blips and Grips, found themselves on a mission to recover a stolen quantum capacitor from a mischievous gang of space pirates. Their adventure led them through a portal to a parallel universe where the Wild West was populated by singing cacti, tumbleweeds that played poker, and cowboys who rode giant chickens. Amidst this absurdity, Blips and Grips had to navigate a series of encounters and stuff, including a duel with a sharpshooting squirrel and a dance-off with a saloon full of singing tomatoes. With their willingness to go the extra mile and unwavering friendship, they faced every challenge with a smile and a clang, proving that even in the wildest of worlds, camaraderie can conquer all. Maybe. Unfortunately, I didn't read this story, so I'm just assuming here. Let's find out what actually happened. Are we before the story takes place or after? I actually don't care. Grips, you blithering buffoon, cease your prodding at that desiccated tumbleweed. It shan't spontaneously combust or engage in any form of pyrotechnic display. Blips, the diminutive robot, swatted at his companion's massive metal hand with a wrench. Grips, the colossal, cyclopean robot with a single blinking red eye, retracted her hand with a clang. But Blips, she grumbled in her gruff, coarse voice, it looks pokey. All prickly and stuff. Blips rolled his blue eyes. It's merely a plant, Grips. A profoundly dehydrated and innocuous specimen of flora. He consulted the flickering hologram on his wrist. According to this temporal indicator, the quantum capacitor we seek resides within this saloon. Whatever that may be. They found themselves amidst a parched Wild West town, the midday sun beating down upon the timber structures and sending lizards scurrying across the deserted thoroughfare. Blips, with his gleaming chrome chassis and sleek design, appeared as though he had stepped out of a spacecraft. Grips, conversely, with her battered armor and rusting joints, resembled a dilapidated agricultural implement. The saloon doors swung inward with a groan, revealing a dimly illuminated room filled with the aroma of smoke and the cacophony of cowboys' raucous laughter. Blips, ever the cautious one, scanned the room for potential threats. Grips, however, was immediately captivated by the swinging doors. Blips, check it out, she exclaimed, lumbering towards the entrance. They got flappy things. She began traversing back and forth through the doors, her ponderous footsteps shaking the entire saloon and causing the cowboys to seek cover. Blips sighed and trailed Grips into the pandemonium. Endeavor to blend in, Grips, he implored, despite knowing the futility of his request. Grips was about as inconspicuous as a flatulent expulsion within a spacesuit. The quantum capacitor, according to Blips's intelligence, was in the possession of a notorious outlaw known as One-Eyed Jack. The saloon was teeming with burly, bearded individuals, all exuding an air of dubiousness. Abruptly, the room fell silent. A gruff voice growled, well, what do we have here? A couple of tin cans looking for trouble? A hulking figure with a handlebar mustache and an eye patch swaggered towards them, his hand hovering near his holster. Blips, recognizing their predicament, decided to employ his emergency strategy. Grips, he squeaked, distract him. Grips, ever eager to assist, puffed out her chest and proclaimed in her booming voice, I am a dancing robot. She began a series of jerky, spastic movements that resembled a malfunctioning windmill more than a dance. The saloon erupted in laughter. One-Eyed Jack, clutching his sides, doubled over. Blips, seizing his opportunity, activated his scanner. The quantum capacitor, a small, glowing device, was affixed to Jack's belt buckle. While Jack was still convulsed with laughter, Blips scurried forward and, with a swift maneuver, snatched the capacitor. He grasped Grips's hand and yelled, run. They burst out of the saloon into the sunlight, leaving behind a bewildered and somewhat insulted outlaw. Epilogue. Back in their own time, Blips looked at the quantum capacitor with satisfaction. See, Grips, he said, mission accomplished. Grips, still humming a tune she'd heard in the saloon, grinned. "Can we go back and do that dancing thing again?" Blips sighed. He knew things would never be boring with Grips around.